Hello YouTube, Message and Impala here with another video. Now, if this is gonna be another trend or continuation, don't worry guys. I'm just gonna talk about this movie because this movie really did left a mark on me. I might make another two videos about this, and then after that, I promise I will continue on. I will not show this movie ever again. I might in the near future, but I'll start moving on basically. But reason why I'm bringing this movie up, especially in my last couple of videos, is because this movie was kind of accurate. What was trying to portray in terms of narrative, in terms of what can potentially happen in real life. Because as I stated throughout my YouTube channel, art is a reflection of our reality. In other words, whenever you watch a movie, whenever you read a book, sometimes there are narrative stories that is very relatable that we could see in our own eyes in real life. And sometimes those stories, those movies, they depict stuff very accurately because the author or the director of a movie, they've seen some stuff. They see some stuff and they did their homework, they did a lot of research about it. And some of those movies, they kind of stay with you when you watch those movies for its context. That being said, the reason why I was discussing about my ex is because aside from this movie, my ex, most importantly, she absolutely definitely left a mark on me, and I kind of realized that this is way more common than people realize, and it's a very sad reality that we live in. Most of us humans, we want the best for each other. We want good things to happen, but you know that's if you constantly think about that stuff, you're basically living in la la land. Now, I'm not trying to say be negative. I'm trying to say be realistic, be down to earth, realistic. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to go out, explore, have a good time, all that stuff. It's okay to have hobbies, even if the hobby is a little weird, as long as it's not illegal or something immoral that's harmful for others. If the hobby is good, like painting, gardening, playing video games, hell, even video games is a good hobby these days. Especially the fact that you can make money off a Twitch stream and YouTube videos, just like PewDiePie did. Basically, what I'm trying to say, guys, is be realistic, be down to earth, because this world that we live in is morally gray, best way I could put it. It's not that terrible, but it's not that good either. And yeah, there's gonna be terrible moments and there's gonna be great moments, etc., etc. So to get to the point of this video, reason why I'm bringing the girl that played with fire, the movie, is because something kind of flew off on my head, and I kind of wish I brought this up in the previous video. And what flew over my head about this movie? Well, first of all, it's the title. The title, The Girl Who Played with Fire. There's an old saying, guys, and I think you guys know what the old saying is. Don't play with fire. If you play with fire, you get burned. And I have a feeling the director, despite that he's Swedish and English is probably his second language, he purposely, I repeat, purposely, and I'm pretty sure the director, he's a super intelligent person. I'm not saying he's dumb, but I'm pointing out that he definitely knew this statement of playing with fire. Now, why is this a significant? Is because if you guys seen my last video, I made you could say a little analysis about the movie, and I was talking about how in this movie it was showcasing this girl getting, well, I can't say it on YouTube, but I would definitely say she's was becoming a victim of sexual violence, and she was forced to engage with a man sexually, because if she didn't, she would get killed or beaten. And because of that, she forced herself to sleep with a guy. And the guy, he had his way with her and he was enjoying himself with her, enjoying her body. Now, what haunts me about that scene is that because the woman was forcing herself to sleep with the guy, and that scene, by the way, it's kind of like the inversion of the scene from the girl with the dragon tattoo, which is basically the first movie. In the first movie, the girl, or should I say, the protagonist, she was a victim of sexual violence. She clearly was a victim of sexual violence. She did not force herself on anyone. She was trying to resist. She was trying to fight back. As a matter of fact, here, as I'm showcasing this scene right here, and I had to slow it down, and I had to edit it, by the way, because I cannot show everything. She was fully clothed. She was resisting. She was kicking, screaming, and the guy was being ruthless with her. The guy tied her up to the bed and had his way with her. And of course, you could clearly see that she is emotionally distressed. So, yeah, this is like a proper way how a victim acts in terms of sexual violence. However, back to the girl who played with fire, the woman that forced herself to sleep with a guy. The background of this woman is that she disobeyed her parents. She went out partying, went out having a little one night stand, and eventually, in her party years, she got captured. She got kidnapped. Now she is a victim of a sex trafficking ring in Sweden, and now she's forced to sleep with a bunch of strangers that has no relationship with. And because she already had, a history of one night stands, she's sort of used to it, to this sort of stuff. Now, this scene is like the inversion of the girl with the dragon tattoo, and the reason why is because there's a lot of similarities. The only difference, well, first of all, let me point out the similarities. Both scenes are beautiful women. Both scenes has a big, fat, ugly guy that's having their way with them. And both scenes, the beautiful woman, they're tied up to a bed. So, yeah. And right there, that's where the similarity ends. The biggest difference between both scenes is that one was is truly a victim of sexual violence. Well, technically, both are victims of sexual violence, but the difference is how the victim react towards it. That's the huge difference. So in the first movie, the protagonist, clearly she was resisting, clearly she was fully closed, clearly she was emotionally distressed. While in the second movie, the girl who played with fire, the woman, she displayed none of that. In fact, it's the exact opposite of it. Once again, inversion of the other scene. So the woman, she is facing towards her, you know, the guy that's having his way with her. She is fully naked, no clothes in sight. She fully bare skin. She doesn't react. She doesn't resist. She lets the guy, go deep inside of her. And most importantly, and this is the most haunting part, which is her facial expression. Her facial expression is the most haunting part. She barely reacts towards it. Like she barely reacts to the guy being happy, having a euphoria moment to the point where he is drooling on her, which is disgusting. And yeah, she barely reacts as if this is normal to her. Now, she is still a victim, but the thing is that kind of got to me is the fact that she was there in the first place because she wanted to be, well, I can't say it, but she wanted to sleep around. And for some reason, this scene of this movie reminded me of my ex because my ex kind of did the same thing, sleep around. And the only reason why my ex stopped partying, stopped, going out, having one night stands, doing cocaine, because cocaine is a sex drug. It makes your adrenaline, amp up and makes your hormones activate for, sexual tension. So when it comes to partying and cocaine, it helps with the one night stand stuff, which my ex engaged in those stuff. I really wish I could showcase a picture of my ex, but I cannot well, for obvious reason, because that's also something a legal reason that I cannot do. But what I will say is this: my ex engaged in those sort of stuff, and she stopped because she was getting herself in danger with the kidnapping. She literally told me that there was kidnapping going on during her time of partying, and she got increasingly scared, so scared that she had to move out of the area that she used to live at, and she has to live at a different area and not make any contact with anyone else, which is why I believe that's why she deleted all her social media. She deleted all her social media because she was scared that one of those men that she interacted would have kidnapped her if they got the chance. Now, that being said, reason why this scene, and sorry guys if I pause a lot, but it's just I'm thinking this the way I make my YouTube video is unscripted, so I'm just talking while my thoughts is generating what I want to say. Reason why I'm showcasing this scene is because once again, this movie accurately depicts, human trafficking and how a woman forcing herself to have sex with someone showcase basically like how it shows. So yeah, this scene truly did haunt me, but more importantly, it reminded me of my ex. And my ex, she engaged in those sort of stuff. But what I'm super baffled on my ex decision is her willingness to sleep with someone that she is not attracted to, only for her to end up having sexual regrets. That right there, sexual regrets, is something I will never, never understand about women and why on earth women would do this sort of stuff and have self inflicted trauma. If you guys think about it, this is sort of self inflicted trauma. Trauma that a woman herself has to live with. If you guys remember what I said in my last video, I said that when a woman has sex with a guy, there's no going back. In other words, you cannot undo it. You have to live with it. You have to live with the memory, live with the experience that you had sex with a guy that you're not attracted to. And yeah, there's I really don't know what to say because once it happens and you have to live with it. And I could clearly tell my how my ex reacted, how my ex talks about her story. She did not enjoy her time, and yet for some reason she did. She engaged in those things, but she did not enjoy the sex. She did not enjoy sleeping with her ex boyfriend before me. And me, I when I was having sex with my ex, I kind of wondered if she truly was attracted to me or she was just forcing herself. That's why I ended up breaking up with her because I don't know if she was being honest with me. But what really haunts me is the fact that she friend zoned a guy for 10 years. And when I broke up with her, she rebounded with that guy who she friend zoned for 10 years, only for them to break up 2 years later. Again, she did not respect my time. She did not respect the other guy's time. And what makes me more upset is that she wasn't being honest with herself. She wasn't being honest with me. And when I say honest with herself, I mean like she was portraying herself as asexual when in reality, and I could tell, that she has a lot of sexual regrets. So her basically proclaiming that she is asexual, it sort of masks the sexual regret that she has. And I'm gonna tell you this guys something. It does not matter if you portray yourself asexual or whatnot. Again, once you engage in sexual activity, that's it. There's no going back. You have to live with the experience, live with the memory, and if you regret it, well, again, that's on you. It's a you thing. Like no one else is gonna carry that burden except for yourself. And that right there, guys, I truly think that's the reason why when women sleeps around, they tend to be the most craziest people. Think about it, guys. And I could tell my ex there was something wrong with her, but me personally, I love her. And it hurts me to say all this, but I truly do love her. But because she, made bad decision, she doesn't know how to move on from it, if that makes sense. Because again, the main reason why I broke up with her is because she friend zoned a dude for 10 years. So I kind of knew that if she treats guys like that, she's going to treat me badly in the end. So I kind of knew that she was not respecting my time and she was not being honest with herself. But what I would never understand is what was going through her head in terms of sleeping around, only for her to regret it later. What's going through her head in terms of forcing herself to sleep with guys that she is not attracted to? Because my understanding is that she was never held hostage. She was never forced to do anything. But the fact that she claims that she forced herself to, sleep with guys that she didn't like makes no sense at all. If I had to take a guess, my guess is probably social pressure because my ex was from a upper class family. So she was very well off in terms of her early childhood. And she just wanted to fit in with, you know, her social circles. But what's ironic, the more I think about it, is that her doing those sort of stuff only made her isolated from whatever tribe that she was trying to fit in. And when she got isolated, yeah, she became a loner loser. And what's even sadder is that she was older than me at the time. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's one of those type of women that she has so much potential, but because of her bad decision making, she literally faltered big time. Or should I say, fumbled the bag big time. And now she has to live with it, live with the regrets, live with the memories, the self inflicted trauma that she did to herself. And because I still love her, I really do wish the best for her. The problem is that because I sort of predicted of her breaking up with the guy that she friend zoned for 10 years, something deep in my gut tells me that she will continue making these mistakes. And by the time she quote unquote learned her lesson, it is far, far too late to redeem herself. And the reason why I say far too late to redeem herself is because she's gonna have to live with the fact that her and her brother, and the reason why I'm bringing her brother up is because her brother is having a hard time getting into relationship, getting into women. He is literally the incel. He's literally an incel, and he has a hard time getting laid. In matter of fact, I pretty sure she told me that her brother never got laid before, so he's like a 35 or 40-year-old virgin. And if you guys remember what I've been saying throughout my YouTube channel, I'm saying like women who sleeps around. Sorry, I keep interchanging the word girl and woman. I, I'm gonna keep saying woman. Sorry, guys. I know it sounds weird, but women who sleeps around and not stay in a relationship for longer than 5 years, and for some reason they end up getting single again. Throughout my YouTube channel, I keep saying that these type of women, they're like the incel version of a man. And why I say that is because think about it, guys. The whole point of getting into a relationship is building a family and having something long term commitment. Woman that sleeps around and only for them to go back being single and complain that they couldn't find a man. These women are the incel equivalent of a man that cannot get laid, that cannot get a girlfriend. It's literally the same. That's why I bring up her brother. And more importantly, she and her brother, they're basically bloodline dead end for their family. And it's very sad to see that. Very sad for me to realize that. And the saddest part is their family is straight up ignorant. Straight up ignorant. And they're willing to defend the ignorance of what they're, what she done. Is kind of sad now that I think about it. But yeah. Well, guys, I'm gonna end it here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys have a story that you want to share, please post it in the comment down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thought because, like I said, something tells me this is way more common than you think. Way more common than you think, and I have a gut feeling that we're gonna see similar stories like these popping out on Reddit. If not, it already happened, popping out on Reddit, and yeah, we're gonna hear a lot more stories like this down the road. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down in the section below. I'd love to read it. And yeah, enjoy your time, guys. Message in a bottle. Over and out.